We just talked about coning up and down. Now we're going to talk about how to center. Some people will just skip all the previous steps and jump right to this one, which you could do, but I think it's silly not to help yourself dry tap to center, cone up and down to center. Honestly, my how-to of centering, those are a must. So dry tap your clay, cone up and down, and you'll notice that my clay, just from having coned it, is pretty much centered. However, if you're gonna throw a cylinder or a bowl, you want to compact the form of the clay down into the centered shape or form, which is gonna be a little wider than it is tall and spinning with no wobbles. So to do that, instead of dropping our pressure with our right hand into a cone, we're gonna allow that assistant hand to remain on the top of the clay while the left hand is the boss hand, establishing that no wobbles exist. And instead of, again, dropping, we're just gonna keep a flat top. So here's what it looks like. Anchored boss hand is against the tip of the clay. Right hand, wet sponge, hugs the anchored boss hand so that there's no wobbles. We're connected and we're anchored. And then I'm gonna karate chop using the meat of my hand in a karate chop kind of position on the peak, squeezing the thumb, pushing down patiently. Left hand is pushing into the clay. I'm gonna slowly take my hands off and get more water. Now, as soon as my boss hand hits the bat, and you'll see it because it will make a line like that on the bat, as soon as I'm pushing down towards the bat and my left hand, my anchored boss hand, is able to get there, right there, see that line? As soon as my left hand has reached the bat, that's when I really anchor up again. I really lean into my hip socket, from my hip socket to the forearm, using the palm and the thumb, preventing the clay from wobbling. The right hand's job is to create this flat shape on top. So I go from hugging the thumb and having a closed fist to opening that hand if I need to, just to make sure that I have this flat top on the surface. And then once I get there, I rotate, 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 slow release. And that's how you center your clay. Tune in for the next video. I'll go over some common problems that I see.